Kyle Saville has been jailed for 21 years after trying to kill his friend by battering him with an ornamental stag's head. A lodger who tried to kill his friend with an ornamental stag's head has been jailed for 21 years. Kyle Saville, 26, battered his victim with pieces of furniture, a computer monitor and the wall-mounted taxidermy in a prolonged attack. The vicious assault ended when the monitor smashed a window at the bedsit and a passing police officer looked inside to see what was going on. He saw a semi-conscious man who was covered in blood and Saville fled on foot. When police examined the scene, they found that a stag's head had been taken off the wall, used during the attack, and that one of the antlers had been broken off by the force of the impact. Saville claimed he had nothing to do with the attack and had been sleeping off the effects of crack cocaine and alcohol in another room. The defendant, of no fixed address, was found guilty after a trial at Exeter Crown Court of the attempted murder and wounding with intent of another man. On Friday, at Bristol Crown Court, he was sentenced to 21 years with 4 years on licence for the attempted murder of Daniel Morley and the wounding with intent of a second man, Richard Price. Saville, captured here on CCTV after the cowardly attack, battered his victim with pieces of furniture, a computer monitor and the wall-mounted taxidermy. Saville was found guilty of the offences after the court heard how he had launched a prolonged and vicious attack on Mr. Morley, only to be stopped when a police officer looked in through a window from the street. Saville has been staying at Mr. Morley's address in Barnstaple, Devon, when he carried out the attack. Speaking after the sentence, DC David Brown said, "We are extremely pleased with the guilty verdict and today's sentence, which quite rightly reflects the severity of the offences. The evidence in this case shows that Saville carried out a brutal and sustained attack against two vulnerable members of the community who posed no real threat to him. Saville fled barefoot when he knew he had been spotted. He claimed he had nothing to do with the attack and had been sleeping off the effects of crack cocaine and alcohol in another room. He repeatedly struck them about the head and face, and asked a witness to check on one of the victims to see if he was dead yet. Saville then continued attacking him when he learned that he was still alive. Thanks to the professionalism and diligence of Police Sergeant Andy Lear, Saville was prevented from carrying out his intention to pour boiling hot water over Daniel Morley, who had already sustained life-threatening injuries by the time. The two victims will live with the effects of this crime for the rest of their lives. I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to everyone who assisted in the investigation, in what has been a particularly difficult trial for those directly involved.